I'm going to build some more snack racks for Deep River Snacks. I'm going to make 20 of these. And I made these a few months ago and did a video. I was using all 2x8s from Home Depot to construct the entire thing. For this production run, I'm going to use some local material instead of buying it from Home Depot. So we're going to do a little field trip. We're going to go a couple miles away and we're going to visit a lumber yard called Goodwood. So we're going to buy some Goodwood, and I thought this would fit in with the theme of my channel, showing other people what Vermonters do to make a living up here, and have a little lesson in self-sufficiency.
That's not big enough.
All right, Irwin, nice to see you again.
Good to see you.
And,
How are you doing, Mitch?
We're here at Goodwood to select some pine. And this is, what's your name again?
Michael.
Michael. He's also a wood guy. So we're all wood guys here. And Irwin cuts all this wood up himself.
That's right. I harvest the logs and manage the forest and turn them into lumber for people like Michael to use.
And you've done all this yourself.
Yeah.
So you're a one-man operation here.
There's three of us. Me, myself, and I. We all work together.
Well, don't leave those big machines out, you know. They're important too.
This is what's...
What happened to this tree here?
Well, there were two of them growing together, and it's the sort of log that a sawmill would reject,
Yeah.
and a pulp mill would reject, and I'll get some nice lumber out of it.
Why would this be a reject for a sawmill?
It won't go through the machinery very well. It
Yeah.
won't roll.
Okay. Huh. So these are all pine logs here?
These are pine. That one's actually a hemlock. I've got a chap who's making a hay wagon, rebuilding a hay wagon. He needs some 3x10s, so that'll get milled out of that log.
It's a nice looking log.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is Irwin's machine.
This is known as a horizontal band mill.
And you built this yourself too.
That's right.
Don't leave that part out of the equation.
That's the blade. And the rest of this machine just exists to hold the blade, power it at something like 50, 60 miles an hour,
Uh-huh.
and move it through the log.
So is this hydraulic or is this just...
All the controls are hydraulic. So lifts the log up onto the bed of the sawmill with hydraulics, positions it, clamps it, moves the carriage back and forth hydraulically.
Wow, that's impressive. Can you do over 16 foot on this?
I can do up to 24 foot.
All right.
Not too many mills can do that.
See if
So
I
how
can-
many acres you own here?
About 180.
But how you, these trees don't grow this fast? Or they do?
I can't keep up with what's growing.
Really?
Yeah,
Did you just build this thing?
Yeah, that's an edger. When board comes off the sawmill with one or two bark edges, that straightens it out and gives me two straight edges. So it's electrically powered. Two saw blades. One is fixed and the other one moves. I can crank it to whatever width I need to cut. And there's two little red things on top are lasers, and they show where the saw will cut.
So I take it you know how to weld. So if you were going to build this machine again, how long would that take? What kind of investment is that?
Well, I figured if you put value on my time, that and the materials came out to about the same as if I had bought a machine, sawmill of equivalent capabilities.
So is there a particular advantage to the way you built it as if you had bought one of the Wood Miser units?
Well, I tried to take the best features of a lot of different brands and combine them with some of my own wrinkles, and also design it in a way that made sense for building one of something.
Yeah.
So as many parts as possible are off the shelf. And a big advantage to building it, of course, was instead of needing to come up with money, I just had to come up with time.
I'm sure it's paid for itself by now.
Oh, long ago. I built this, gosh, over 20 years ago.
What do you call that machine?
That's a harvester.
Harvester.
Its job, you see at the end of the boom, is the cutting head. And its job is to cut trees, then it lays them horizontally, and the feed rolls put the trunk through, the delimbing knives take the limbs off, and then the same saw that cut it down can also cut logs to length out of it. What's that?
I have a YouTube channel.
YouTube.
Yep.
What are we gonna be on?
YouTube?
YouTube?
Pardon? No, for the length, the price doesn't make any difference.
Oh, I don't? Oh, okay.
No.
All right, where were we?
Okay, let's see. You were looking at the harvester,
Yeah.
and down in the woods there is the forwarder.
Oh, there's more to look at. Let's go.
Oh, yes. Of course, I use the dozer for building woods roads and that sort of thing.
Yeah. So you're fully equipped here. I guess if you're going to be doing an operation this size by yourself, you got to depend on some machines.
Yeah. The forwarder is kind of like a log truck for going through the woods. It has a loader on the back that picks up the logs and carries them in the bunks.
You must have fun doing this.
Well, that's why I do it. Some people don't like their jobs, what they do for work. I'm not one of those.
it's pretty out here.
Yeah. Yeah. Young trees coming along, new recruits.
So how old does a pine tree have to be before you can get practical yield out of it for harvesting?
Well, it depends how fast it grew.
Yeah.
Pines can readily go half an inch in diameter a year. So, 25-year-old pine can be big enough to mill. A lot of the pines that I mill are in the 50 to 70-year-old range, but some of them are well over 100.
Do you ever replant the trees?
Mother Nature does that for
Yeah.
me.
That's convenient.
Yeah, I've got more of a problem with Mother Nature planting too many and having to weed them just like weeding a garden.
Yeah. Speaking of garden, we should go look at your garden. All right.
This garden feeds us, my parents, and 5 other families during the summer, and almost all our vegetables and whatever through the winter as well.
Can I walk through here?
Sure. Potatoes and squash. The brassica family we keep under the row cover to try to keep the cabbage moths away. Potatoes, lots of onions. And we have lots and lots of blueberry plants. We picked, what was it, something like 250 quarts last summer. And we're going to have a lot more this year because the young plants are just coming along. And there's garlic with the stakes on it.
Well, what's over here with the? Are those the blueberries?
Yeah, those are more blueberries. There's also some raspberries in there. These are early taters. We'll also put them right in there for protection, get them growing real early, and we'll probably have potatoes in another week or two.
I love your raised bed system.
It
That
really helps the plants, and ergonomically it's so much easier.
Well, you have
garden.
access to both sides. You can reach over and weed.
Yeah,
You got the irrigation system.
too many weeds. Can't keep up. You can see the blueberries. It's like the pictures in the catalogs trying to sell the plants.
So you grow these in sawdust?
Put sawdust over the soil, yeah. Blueberries are a woodland plant, and they really like that protection. June, the last year, went up about the 1st of June. Unless I had plants in here before I had the end wall stuff.
Wow.
There's a robin. Other way. The youngin'. Immature. Okay, down. Yeah.
They don't listen.
Yeah. This is cantaloupe. And those were early snow peas. Were put in real early. You can give them a lot. Cucumbers are getting carried away. And
What are these?
eggplant.
Eggplant.
Eggplant. They're flowering, but you have tomatoes on the strings for support.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, just the greenhouse isn't tall enough, it turns out.
Do you have to raise this up as the plant grows?
Actually, what we do is lower it as the bottom tomatoes come ripe, Then we can lower it down slowly.
Okay, interesting. I love gardening.
Yeah.
I wish I had the right place to do it.
It's so satisfying to grow your own food. And there's the racks with hardwood. That's cherry. White birch.
White birch.
Yeah, it's a neat wood. It works just like cherry.
I could make a clamping call with this.
You bet. That's a cherry, red maple, sugar maple. Here's a nice piece of ash.
I love a nice piece of ash.
You don't get it that way too often. Some yellow birch and beech. There's some butternut up there. A lot of that's wormy. You were a material science guy. Where did you go?
Penn State.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh,
I can't believe that price.
you can't, huh?
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
The
Thanks
tour.
for coming by. Good to see you.
Always good to buy some good wood.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, take care, Mitch.
Bye-bye. All right, so I just got back from Goodwood. I bought this load of 1x8 knotty pine. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. And this is what I paid for it. $126 for 192 lineal feet. That works out to 128 board feet. So it's just about $1 a board foot for this material. So if that gives you any indication of why I like working with pine, it's 12 times cheaper than walnut. So I got that batch of walnut a couple months ago. I paid over $700 for half as much wood.
it.